Under the umbrella of the Arab Fund for Economic and Social Development and the World Bank, the country is hosting today a high-level forum to address the urgent water crisis facing the Middle East and North Africa region. The forum aims to lead efforts to increase water availability and promote growth through innovative and smart solutions. For more details, we have our colleague Abdulrahman Al-Mhanna with us. Good afternoon, Abdulrahman. Can you inform us of the details and objectives of this conference?
Yes, good afternoon to you, Reem, and to the day viewers of KTV2, coming to you live from the Arab Organization's headquarters here at Shuwaykh, and also reporting about the water development financing forum for MENA region, and as well it's an important event gathering policy makers, decision makers, and as well as experts in the field to discuss something that affects all of us on our daily lives, which is water. Now let's stop and think about it for a second. How often do we stop to consider about water? I mean, in everyday life, we use water for cooking, for drinking, we use it to grow food, we use it for everything in our daily lives. But did you know that in the Middle East, we actually suffer from Middle East and North Africa as well? We have the lowest amount of water available per person, and that's a worrying fact. And it's just of importance to hear about that from the experts, as I have two exclusive guests with me right here, and I will begin with the Swiss ambassador to Kuwait, Tiziano Belmeli. I have him right here. Your Excellency, thank you for being with us. Can you please share an insight of today's forum and what it means and signify for the Middle East and North African region, especially in terms of the scarcity of water? Your Excellency.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes, Switzerland is a country blessed with water. We are very lucky. We have plenty of water, clean water, fresh water. And so it is a moral obligation for us to join forces and to help at the international level to contribute improving the water situations for those regions, for those peoples who are suffering because of lack of water. So today's event is important because we are here to confirm Switzerland is a good partner for Kuwait, for the Arab countries in the North Africa, for the international actors like the World Bank, the Arab funds. We all have to join forces to improve the situation, to fix these very important issues of the water for the future, for the people and for the planet.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Your Excellency, for being with us. We appreciate it. Dear viewers, that was His Excellency, the Swiss Ambassador to Kuwait, Tiziano Belmeli. And also, one opinion would not be enough to cover the importance and significance of this event. We also have other experts' opinion. I have right here with me Mohammed Farid Belhaj, who was former Vice President at the World Bank and currently a Senior Advisor to the Director General of the Arab Fund. Mr. Farid Belhaj, we welcome you right here in KTV2, and considering your expertise, can you please inform us of the issue of scarcity of water in the region, and what do you think one of the key points, at least one of the key points in terms of solving this solution or tackling this issue of scarcity of water, especially when we look at some of the reports? It says that by 2050 or something like that, the issue would be worse by half.
Look, first of all, thank you very much for the question, because instead of repeating the same issue, water scarcity, existential threat, etc. Yes, we know that. What we don't know right now is, what are the solutions? How can we move from a place where we are just, noting a very, very difficult situation to a place where we are finding new solutions? So there are many solutions, and that's why having an event like today was very important. The solutions are, one, to acknowledge the fact that we need to build a nexus between energy and water. Water cannot come just by itself. It needs to be managed. And it needs also to be brought all the way to where it can be exploited. So energy is important. But not any energy. Renewable energy is important. It's very important to make sure that solar, wind become part and parcel of the solution for fighting this whole water scarcity issue. The second issue is the financing. When one talks about the need for the Middle East and North Africa region, a region that will count about 500 million people by 2050. Well, it's going to cost money to bring water. Some of the projections are looking at about $500 billion, possibly even more. Where is that money going to come from? Well, surely not from the public sector, from the states. There is not enough fiscal space for that. It's important to try to tap into the private sector, to try to build public-private partnerships, to look at ways to issue bonds to raise money, like green bonds, for instance. And there are many other solutions for that.
So, Mr. Are you kind of like telling the viewers, for example, that there should be a joint work between the private and government sectors alongside the, let's say, World Bank and international institutions?
Sure. The World Bank is not enough. The Arab Fund is not enough. We need really to tap where the deep pockets are. And the deep pockets are in the private sector. We need to bring the private sector into this conversation. And for that, we need to incentivize the private sector, meaning they need to find something to get, that they can get out of this partnership. Okay. And this is where we should be looking at, innovative solutions. And that's why when I'm talking about, renewable energy, for instance, this is where the private sector can come in and help.
Well, thank you so much for the elaborative answers and exclusive insights, Mr. Farid Belhaj. We thank you for being with us.
My pleasure.
Dear viewers, we thank Mr. Farid Belhaj for being with us and for his exclusive insight. And also, before I let you go, for Kuwait, at least for us in Kuwait, this forum is of utmost importance. I mean, as you know, Kuwait relies heavily on desalination to get its waters. While it's been a successful solution as well for us, it's expensive and energy intensive as well. That's why learning better about solutions and everything would help us to actually make use of the solutions that are on hand, are on the table, by developing, let's say, technological innovations to help save more water, or find other ways to actually save more water, to evade, as we say, the reports that are coming out, such as the 2050 report saying that the situation might get worse, especially in terms of climate change and other things that are coming into place, as we already know. So it's not about just building about a new system, it's also about this forum to share the experiences of other countries, and as well as learning from other experiences and implementing things together jointly, as well as keynote speakers have said that and have already talked about the idea that we should be working together, because this issue will not be solved by one country alone. It should be solved jointly, as already Farid Belhaj, my guest, has already mentioned that, alongside with other keynote speakers. Anyways, the forum will take place for tomorrow as well. It is a 2-day forum. We'll keep you updated as we go, and as well as the coverages we do, and we hope that the issue will be solved as soon as possible. Reem.
Our news reporter Abdulrahman Limhanna, thank you for being with us.